Hi Gemini, welcome to your August 2018 monthly readings. Yours in Aquarius is more like mid-August. I apologize, you guys. I've been MIA for a little bit here. I've had a lot on the go. My father just had surgery. He's doing well. So that's why I got a couple of them out a bit later. So I had to tend to that. So to start off, we're going to do like a nature's healing card type thing. It's just those tend to ground me a little more. And you guys got a beautiful one. It's Sunflower. Okay, and Sunflower talks about the joy in life. Okay, sunflowers are really good for like high fevers. Okay, digestion problems, spleen issues, liver issues, like to cleanse them out. Oh, the card you got was the Three of Wands. I like this card, you guys. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. I deal with energies, so each deck I use kind of has a different energy to it. This one is highly spiritual, though. I really like when that card comes out. So this is like you're going to get signs, symbols, and synchronicities. It's like when it sounds weird, but it's like when spirit is actually coming down in the ether, like in the they'll come down in the material realm and they'll give you sign symbols and synchronicities. It could be like a person gives you an answer about something you're thinking about. They start talking about a scenario in their life or telling a story, and it resonates with what you're going through. So it's kind of it's also okay. It's also it's like a double-edged sword sometimes. Like it can be when something when you don't understand why something's going the way it is, and then like spirit like comes down and shows you. It's like when they're giving you a talking to. If you see like the two people are talking to this one who's faced away from like us, like he's talking to spirit or she's talking to spirit. Okay, I am seeing like it's a time of celebrations though. This is like when friends are gonna get together is what I'm getting. Like good times. You have the Three of Swords. Ooh. Dun dun dun. It's not that bad, you guys. You got a lot of threes here. I don't like to deal with love and romance, and you got the Seven of Cups. Okay. So there may be a separation. This is like a separation from the people that you really care about. Like you may be going on a trip, like at a distance, and it saddens you to leave your family, is what I'm getting for some of you. For some of you, you're still holding on to somebody that broke your heart, okay? And what I'm getting is, for those of you that are doing that, well, there's a little bit of bitterness happening here. Like, it's made you cold. This, like, for those of you that are still holding on, okay, there's some negative energy here of you holding on to like to something that happened in the past, and it's making you bitter. No, this isn't for all of you. This is for a select few of you. Like you haven't let go of someone yet. Okay, like, and I'm kind of getting like, why me? Which is odd. Okay, and you just have to understand when it comes to like romance. Okay, if things don't work out, well, they don't work out for a reason. There's somebody better for you down the road. Okay, like it's not or if a person like dumped you or things didn't like work out. Okay, well, wouldn't you rather move on with your life and find somebody that actually loves you than stay with somebody that doesn't? Okay, like for others of you, this is like job options is what I'm getting. Like you're gonna really have to. You got a lot of opportunity with jobs, and you're gonna have to decide. For some of you, you may not want to separate from your job, but you have a really good opportunity coming your way because you care about the people that you're with. That's kind of sweet. But you do have an opportunity in the future. Okay, so like what you need to know is that you are protected. You're guided by spirit, like your whatever God, spirit, universe, whatever you believe in, you are protected. Okay, like what you need to what you need to show is that, you know, like you're over your loss, okay? And you're not afraid to move on, okay? And then for others, what I'm getting, okay, so if you're moving, okay, you need to be careful, like if you're looking on websites like Craigslist and things like that, that you're not, there's like a scam. Like you want to be aware of scams, okay? That somebody doesn't scam you of money. Like you need to really trust your intuition here, okay? Because I got the word scam. You don't want somebody taking advantage of your kindness, Geminis, and Geminis are quite kind. I actually, one of my coworkers, he's a Gemini. He's a little short, Filipino guy. He's like, and I'm a Sag, so we get along quite well. We do the most ridiculous stuff at work, you guys. Or sometimes like we do Mortal Kombat because we work in a bakery and it's like industrial style, so like everything is like on a massive scale. And one of the crates, you gotta like break them down. And when we break them down, we start singing Mortal Kombat and we like kick and stuff the crate down. We break it down like that. It's quite entertaining for the two of us. I love working with Geminis. Uh, there is a loss here that spirit is warning you about. Okay, so this could be like you get too out of hand with your emotions and you say something that you can't take back. Okay, so it'll cause loss. So you want to ensure when you're like in a phase of like being hurt that you're thinking before you speak. Okay. Also, you want to ensure what I'm getting, Gemini, is that you're not listening to a bunch of shenanigans. Okay, and I got the word scam. Okay, so there could be people giving you information to cause you heartbreak and loss. Okay, and they're clouding your mindset. They're clouding your thinking process. Okay, and you want to cut. What you need to show is you need to cut through that. Okay, these are swords. Okay, swords cut through all of the illusion, okay? Because you could have some people that are trying to create loss for you, like just because they're miserable, they want you to suffer with them, okay? Or you could have people giving you information that haven't healed and are cold-hearted and they're just after your money somehow. So you want to ensure that you're protecting yourself here. This card, this is spirit, okay? Like warning you of something here, like not to get involved in whatever's happening here. And it is a scam is what I'm hearing. So this is like, again, my thoughts got interrupted. When it comes to air sign videos, I do enjoy doing them because they're quite direct. But sometimes my thinking, I can't, it's a thought after a thought after a thought. And I do have a Sag Mercury, but it's like I get a lot in the air sign videos for some reason. I do have strong air in my chart. But it's like if you're looking for a place and somebody is asking you to give them the money, and then they'll give you the keys, you definitely don't want to get involved in that. That's a scam, okay? So if you're like trying to rent a place, you want to ensure that you're actually going to the place and seeing it, right? Because if somebody's saying that to you, well, they should have a property manager, a friend, or a family member that can deal with everything while they're claiming to be out of town. Distance is what I'm getting, okay? It's your creative abilities too here, okay? Like if somebody is offering you a deal, you want to ensure that all the paperwork, you read that thoroughly through. If you don't understand something, you go and seek the knowledge or the wisdom from somebody who is a professional in that area, okay? So don't give away your creative ability to somebody who's going to take advantage of it, okay? So for those of you that are concerned or more stuck on heartbreak and heart loss, okay, what it's saying here is you may be manifesting negativity into your life because of your thought process, like your mind, okay? So you need to think happy and positive thoughts, okay? Because you had the sunflower, and the sunflower talks about joy, okay? The joy of life. It's talking about letting your light shine through, okay? And you may have a lot of light in you, and people, okay, because this is like you guys here. It's what I'm getting, and this is a lot of bright color, a lot of fire, okay? And people may see that, and they want to create loss for you, okay? With the Three of Swords, though, the Three of Swords, I'm getting a very aggressive energy with the Three of Swords, which can mean like you really got to be careful of. We have three cards that flipped of people. You have the Two of Pentacles underneath, okay, and the Two of Pentacles is a Jupiter and Capricorn placement. I only know that because I have that placement. It's not the easiest placement to have, you know, because Jupiter is all about abundance and opportunity, and Capricorn is like, hold up there, buddy, hold up there. All right, we need to think things through. So this is talking about you really need to think things through in order to get your opportunities, okay? Because with Jupiter and Capricorn, there's no shortcuts. All right, you're given multiple opportunities, okay, but not all of them are good, okay, and you really gotta like, how can I put it, prioritize things in your life, okay? You want to simplify here too, okay? Get rid of any nonsense, okay? You're gonna be quite intuitive though, and you need to trust your intuition, okay? So you have the Queen of Wands here. That's a fabulous card, you guys. You have the Four of Cups. Okay, that's not the best card. It's sitting on top of the Three of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Cups is kind of like, the vibe I'm getting for that is a pity party. Okay, nothing wrong with a pity party. Okay, for some of you guys, perhaps you haven't had a pity party. All right, people will tell you, oh, you know, like knock it off, get yourself out of the pity party. If you haven't had it, you need to have it. Okay, you need to cry and get those negative emotions out, or anything you're holding on to. So if you have to trick yourself into doing that, well, then you have to watch a really sad movie. All right, like I don't know what makes you guys cry. I'm trying to think of a sad movie. The movie Up, it's a cartoon movie. The beginning of that movie will make you cry. If you don't cry in that movie, you have no heart. Even my dad teared up watching that. I'm sure he wouldn't like me sharing that, but he did, you know? And then you have the Five of Swords, all right? I actually like the Five of Swords card. The card that I don't like is the Five of Wands, all right? I know that's completely opposite than a lot of people, but, you know, it's an Aquarius Venus placement, okay? So that's a humanitarian. So you really want to watch morals, values, and ethics, okay? It's about the underdog, all right? In the original Rider-Waite deck, you see two people with the royal capes on, and then the peasant is the one that ends up winning, okay? And the peasant's quite humble, and the peasant ended up teaching themselves the skills needed. They didn't have the same upbringing as the other two people did, and usually this card has to do with ego, okay? It's like, uh, how can I put it? You don't want your ego to get the best of you, okay? Because in the way I see the card is, the reason why the peasant ended up winning was because the two people that were royals, because they have the royal colors on, the capes and everything, is they had entitlement. So they had a really good education. They had, you know, been brought up with money, all right? And the peasant, you know, is somebody that had to, you know, like, you guys that know me know that I go back to like a lot of the olden days, like the medieval days. I don't know why, but the peasant is somebody that usually grew up on a farm that, you know, suffered loss and heartache, you know, losing a parent, had to help their mother do all the farming and stuff, you know, like went to the village to do the trading, you know, and walked like days to go sell their goods, all right? But the peasant was also somebody who was self-educated, read, taught themselves how to sword fight, okay? So they learned on their own. In the royals, their ego got the best of them because they thought they were superior. So at no point can you think you're superior than anybody else, because that's going to cause the blockage, all right? So this is coming down to the teacher-student relationship, okay? At no point can you stop learning, because then you're not a teacher, okay? In order to be a teacher, you constantly have to be a student. You constantly have to update. You constantly have to grow, evolve, all right? And with the Aquarius energy here, this is talking about humanitarian. Aquarius is very much about the underdog, all right? Aquarius doesn't really care about what's happening in the news unless it's about a protest, about somebody getting mistreated or harmed or hurt. Aquarius usually steps in that case. It's about revelation and revolution is what I'm getting for you guys. All right. So you need a revelation to get a revolution going in your life. All right. To create change. And you need creative change in your life. So you may need to change scenery in your life. With the Four of Cups, it's dissatisfaction about emotions. And I am getting for some of you guys, it has to do with a loss, all right? And like if this has to do with you lost a partner, but you gained kids out of that, well then you're not perceiving things properly. You're okay, like you would have only had those kids if that person came into your life. Those kids wouldn't have existed. So even though the relationship didn't work out and you think, oh my goodness, this is the worst, like I wish I never met this person, they destroyed me. Okay, well you got the best gift in life out of that. So out of that negativity, you did get positive. All right. The Queen of Wands is an optimistic person. All right, but not just optimistic. She's a go-getter. She goes after what she wants. All right, she doesn't take no for an answer. Somebody tells her no and slams the door on her, she just goes and creates her own door, especially if it's an Aries. An Aries will just punch through the wall. Aries is like the Kool-Aid guy. All right, Aries will break through the wall and they're like, oh yeah. And then everybody looks at Aries like, you just broke the wall. And Aries will look at them, well, like, wall wasn't strong enough. I got through it, you know, and there's truth to that, right? So, like, that, and Aries will look at him like, you got to build it bigger, badder, and stronger, you know, like, but this is talking about you taking on the Queen of Wands, you getting your passion and desires back, okay, going after what you want, not sitting by, waiting for it to happen, because unfortunately, okay, not to be a realist here, but the things that you want in life aren't just going to be handed to you. Actually, sometimes they can be, all right, with Jupiter, sometimes things will fall into your lap. And you're probably going to reap a lot when Jupiter goes into Sagittarius. Okay, that's going to be a really good season for you guys. A lot of change, though, which may make you uncomfortable depending on what else you have in your chart. Okay, but the unfortunate truth is, okay, you have to go after what you want. Nobody's going to do it for you. You want the change in your life, you got to create the change. This is highly creative too, okay? She's an entrepreneur. And I am feeling like some of you guys have to protect your creativity, all right? And what manner that is, I don't, honestly, I don't know. I can only see core issues. I can't really see past that, right? Like, there is a star here though, okay, that I really feel like you have somebody guiding you and protecting you and spiritually giving you messages. Okay? You have a panther in this card too, and the panther is talking about your pathway. Okay, and here's the thing. For some of you guys, okay, with the panther always gets what they want. All right? They always get their kill in nature. But the vulnerability of the panther is they walk the same path. They come out only at nighttime. Okay, so but they go down the same pathway all the time. So you could have somebody watching your pathway and waiting to catch you in your vulnerability, right? Because that's their only vulnerability with the panther. Okay, and um you don't want that. All right, for some of you this is your mother and it's talking about like coming together. You might need to forgive your mother for some of you guys. Okay, your parents do the best that they can do. All right, like a lot of people don't like to hear that, okay, because they're so stuck in their own personal feelings that they're not seeing things through the other person's perspective. Okay, when people get angry at you, they're just trying to they get angry because they care. If people didn't get angry, they don't care. All right, there's passion and there's feeling behind anger. All right, it's just not properly being expressed. Some of you might want to look into getting a pet. If you see in this card, this little cute thing here is offering a cup. Like, the pet will really motivate you to go get outdoors more so, all right? Like, some of you might be, the loss that I might be feeling, the heartache, might be because your children's, you're separated from your children. And if that's the case, there's ways that you can communicate with them a lot better. That's like regular Skype time, so you can still read them a bedtime story if you're separated. It's just doing it through Skype, okay? It's an Aquarius energy here, and Aquarius is very, okay, uh, they're very weird, yes, okay, but like my mother gave me a lecture about using the word weird. They're very unique, okay? She says to use the word unique, and I like that. They're very unique, okay? They're very outside the box, and you're very stuck in a box right now, okay? So you need to think about creative ways of how you can do things. If you have a business and it's like, oh, nobody's taking on my idea, you got to get really creative about how you do that. You can't give up, okay? With the Queen of Wands, she can be, or he can be, really annoying because they're the type of people, they got an extreme amount of energy of where they get knocked down, they shoot right back up. It's like one of those clown punching bags. You punch it and it just pops back up and it's smiling. Okay, doesn't mean that they haven't suffered loss or anything like that. They suffer it, but they don't hold on to it. They tend to get, a lot of people say they have tempers and they get angry real fast, okay, a short fuse, fire signs, which is true, okay, but what people don't also perceive is that with fire signs don't have the ability to hold on to things, okay, that's why they get angry, they express themselves in the moment. If they don't, their fire goes out, okay, so this is like for you guys, if you're holding on to things and you're not expressing it, your fire's going out. Okay, so you got to be you to the fullest here. Don't allow people around you to stunt your growth. All right, like she's not afraid to cut ties with people. A Queen of Wands would be an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Leo. If people are holding her back, she doesn't tolerate that. Even if she loves them, she'll love them at a distance. Okay, she'll love them with the door closed. Like, I love you, but you're causing harm to my life. So I'm gonna make peace with you, wish you the best, and, may God bless you and move on. All right. She knows there's always other opportunities for her, but this is talking about you guys have a very creative energy here. Okay. There's something that you can create or do, and you haven't realized it yet. Okay. Your potential. Okay. This is also about looking and feeling good. Okay. The Queen of Wands, doesn't matter if she's like, 110 pounds, 150 pounds, 200 pounds, okay? She still has confidence, all right? Like, there's somebody for everybody out there, and, there's no such thing as perfection. For some of you guys, there may be an image issue here as well. You're not perceiving yourself correctly. Like, you're looking in the media and you're like, I want to look like that, and you're beautiful the way you are, and you don't even realize that. Like, you have lots of suitors, and they see you as a very attractive person, okay? Like, and it doesn't matter your size, okay? If you're curvy, well, that's what women are supposed to be. They're not supposed to be stick and bones, okay? Like, they're supposed to have curves to them and meat, okay? But it's not about, if you're concerned about your appearance, well, then that's why the Five of Swords came in, because that has to do with ego, all right? Like, and you should be completely comfortable with how you appear, all right? The Five of Swords also, like, especially in this deck, if you see it, like this, they have the horns, which represent Saturn, okay, because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. They know the rules, okay, but Aquarius knows how to get around them. They don't break them, they bend them, all right? They know the loopholes, okay? But you see, like, there's cracks in the earth. It kind of looks like the earth, okay, and there's signals being beamed out, and then I don't know if you guys can see it because the lighting's not all that great, but in the person's face, it's almost like he's telepathically getting the messages of pain. He's got the same cracks in his face as the earth does. You see that? Okay. So for some of you guys, you may need to really get out in nature. Surround yourself by water. You could be getting psychically attacked, for those of you that believe in that. Okay. But this is also talking about your thoughts have a really powerful impact on your life. Okay, so you want to have positive thoughts. When you're feeling down, you want to put on positive, like high vibrational music, okay, just to get yourself out of that funk and to elevate your vibration, okay, because that'll really help with the positive thinking. Like, this is talking about experiencing joy, okay, and trying things that maybe you haven't thought about trying before, unique things. All right, so and being creative in how you do that. And I bring up Groupon a lot, for those of you, because you don't know what you like until you try it, correct? Some of you guys could be really good at kickboxing. Yeah, and that's something that, you would have never thought of trying, right? So you can go on Groupon and you can find a quick kickboxing class that's super cheap that you're not going to pay much for, and try it out. Maybe you really like it. Maybe that's a way for you to get out your aggression. Some of you guys are holding on to things. Okay? Others of you, you do need to cry things out. Like, I'm not going to lie. Okay? Like, my throat is a little choked up. There's a lump in it. Okay? Others of you need to get out in nature, all right? And some of you just need to like go out at nighttime and stare at the stars. I usually do this every night on my balcony. I don't know why. It's just I find it extraordinarily peaceful. But it's also a time where like you get to like for me personally, I get my thoughts out that way. Like like I do have strong Aquarius and Sag Mercury, and I got a lot happening in my natal chart. So I gotta like when I'm looking at the stars, I'm always like contemplating, thinking. I do get a lot of clarity. Sometimes I get epiphany moments, right? Like, and then the next day, a synchronicity will happen where that epiphany moment that I had was like, okay, that wasn't an epiphany, that was like a warning sign, like. Those of you with families, it's talking about getting together with your family, going out and adventuring. Some of you are suffering in silence, okay? And, if you have a best friend, it's like, just talk to them about it. They can help you. It's not worth suffering. When you suffer alone versus with your best friend, uh, you could be quite clingy to somebody that's no longer serving you, all right? But if you talk to your best friend about it, okay, well, your best friend's your best friend for a reason. Usually when you're with your best friend, you guys can be complete morons and idiots together. But if you got cheated on, where you would be running back to the person because you love them and you don't want to lose them, and begging them to keep you, if you experience that with your best friend will go over there and like, give them a B slap in the face, like don't screw with my best friend. You hurt her, you hurt me, and you will realize that with your best friend that okay, I shouldn't be attached to this person. They will be your strength for you. All right, like, or you might have to be somebody's strength for them. This could be vice versa. But if you like, there's somebody here that you can talk to that can help you get mental clarity. All right. For others of you, if you're coming off really harsh to people, okay, then and people are bringing this up to you. This would be if people are bringing it up to you. This isn't for everybody. This is general. I can't communicate with every person. That would be a personal reading for their personal scenario. Okay, but if you're coming off quite harsh, okay, and people have brought this to your attention, okay, well then you need to reflect on that because there is an ounce of truth to that, and that would be what the cards are saying is that you've experienced a loss and it's made you negative Nancy now. Okay, it's made you bitter, and what you're projecting out your inner feelings without realizing it. Okay, and then for others of you, this is talking about others are projecting their inner crap onto your positive nature, Geminis. You guys are beautiful souls, right? I'm not just saying that because I'm biased, because you're Sag's partner sign, like, but as Sag's partner sign, what makes you guys get along together is that you guys are both positive and optimistic. You're both thinkers. You're both creators. Okay? You're very creative thinkers. You're the wonderers of the sign. You wonder about everything. The curiosity. Okay, like, but you're positive and you're optimistic, and you want to ensure that you're like feeding that people aren't taking that from you. Okay, like, and psychically attack, people can sense when you're one of those people, and they will try to feed off of that energy and suck it out of you. Okay, but they will also project their inner crap onto you to make you feel like they are feeling. So if they're not healed people, if they've experienced a lot of heartache and they're bitter about it, instead of moving on and knowing that they can create positivity in their life, that it's not the end of the world, they will project that on you. If they've been cheated on, okay, and you're in a healthy relationship, they're going to project their fears onto you. They're going to create a loss for you because they've experienced loss and they're bitter and they don't want to see you happy. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense, you guys? So, like, you could have a very loving relationship that's unique or out of the ordinary. People see that you're in love and you're happy, and they just want to create negativity in your life and separate you. All right, there's dark forces at play in this world that people don't understand. Okay, and the devil traps you in your mind. Okay, it doesn't trap you in, like, he's not going to do it where you can see it. Okay, it's not what's hidden in the dark that you need to fear. What's hidden in the dark can always be seen. You flash a light on it and you can see what's in the dark. It's what's hidden behind the light that you need to fear. You can't see behind light. All right, like, I do feel like some of you guys have a really good friend, and if you see this star here, okay, she's going to protect your light. All right, like, she wants to see you happy, so trust her. Whoever this person is, it could be your mother. Right, like I said, if you got in an argument with your mother loves you. All right, like, I do feel like some of you guys have a really good friend that is gonna, like, she's gonna clap back at these people. She's gonna, like, protect you quite well. Or uh but just I just want you guys to be careful that you don't have somebody that's causing interference in if you have a love relationship. Okay. And then for others of you that have been in a love relationship and were cheated on, okay, well, then that's a different story. You would know that. Okay, so if people are telling you, you're like, if you're watching a lot of tarot videos, okay, and people are saying your partner's cheating on you, that's an illusion. They don't know that. They don't have the facts, okay? They don't have the details, okay? And again, some of them can be projecting their inner crap. These are people that think they're working for light, but they're working for dark, okay? Because if they worked for light, they know they can't interfere with free will, all right? And some of them are scammers. They're after your money, all right? They want to keep you in a lost state because they want you to continuously come back to them and give you your money. You work hard for your money, so ensure that you're giving it to, like, what things that actually are going to benefit your life. Okay, to be a healer means you have to heal. Okay, that means that you've had to have bad experiences, but you've progressed through them. Okay, others of you, I'm seeing the movie The Hobbit. This is ridiculous, but I'm seeing, like, the scene where the wizard comes and knocks on the door, and you've been chosen for an adventure. For some of you out there, there's an adventure, and if you know the movie The Hobbit is he's very homey. He doesn't want to leave home. He loves his home. He loves the comforts of the home. All right, I'm guilty of this. I might be a Sag, but I got a lot of my sun and a lot of other planets sit in Cancer, which make me very homey, right? But it's almost like you've been chosen for a journey. Okay, and journeys are scary. You're gonna meet, like, goblins and all sorts of evil out there. All right, but when you go on that, in that movie, they're going on the journey for goodness. All right, like, there's a purpose for it. There's experiences, and when you're young, okay, well, one day you're gonna be old and gray, and, you know, like, have grandchildren, and these times, when you're younger, going on the adventures and stuff like that are going to be stories that you can tell them. It's experience. It's living life, and life's meant to be lived. Again, the joy of life with the sunflower. Okay, and she has sunflowers. Maybe go to a garden if you can. They got lots of gardens in different areas where you can go to. All right, smell the flowers. All right, let your light shine through it. Don't let people, like, stump it. Ensure that you're feeding your curiosity, trying new things. Again, Groupon, you can try all sorts of new things, whether you're male or female. You know, you can go to a tea party with your female friends. Okay, you can dress up like Alice in Wonderland characters if you want. You know, like, uh, enjoy the summertime before it ends. You know, like, some of you might not like the winter months if you live in areas where, like, it gets. I hate where I live. It's like rain all winter, and it makes me feel like this. I feel like this when it starts raining. So you want to ensure that you're out, um, enjoying the sunshine, but I'm getting new experiences, and don't allow people to project their negativity onto you guys. All right, you want to stay positive and optimistic, and you want to feed your curiosity. But those of you that are creative, you do want to protect your creativity. So if you are a writer, okay, some of you could be a writer or painter, you want to ensure that you talk to some sort of, not an agent, I'm not sure what they're called. I will research that. uh, that will please my Virgo rising. But I will research it and try to find out who it is that you should talk to, for protection, because I don't know the name of somebody. It could be an agent, all right? Like, but You want to ensure that your stuff is like copyrighted and you have the proper licenses, right? So you're not sending your book out to somebody. Say if you wrote a book, you're not sending it to publishers without it being protected first, because they can just take your creative idea, all right? And you don't want that. You don't want to experience that, right? Like if you open up a business, okay, if you're a painter, you can open up a little Etsy shop. You can sell your paintings on Etsy, all right? Like if you're a craftsman, you can also sell your stuff, open up a little Etsy shop. You want to get the proper licenses and stuff like that, okay? There is research, okay, development. You want to protect yourself because there are people out there, once they see you as a threat, then they're going to come directly after you, all right? If you write music, well, then you want to ensure that you protect that too. All right, I am seeing music here. I do get like dancing. All right, there's that Two Unlimited song that I'm seeing because I'm seeing the girl dancing around. I forget what it's called. I'll try to post it below. Uh, Hopefully this helped you out, guys. All right, keep positive thoughts. All right, manifestation is highly important here. Don't let people interfere with it. The way I see Geminis is you guys are like the trolls. You and Sagittarians, you're like the trolls. Okay, and what I'm seeing is like the Bergens are coming. Don't let the Bergens suck the joy out of you. If you haven't seen that movie, you guys, you should watch it. All right, the trolls. Okay, I know it's a kid's movie. I'm 33, but you know what? The inner child of you, you need to let it shine through. You need to let it have fun. You need to heal the inner child too, some of you guys. All right, you guys. Namaste. Have a fabulous month, and I will talk to you in September. Ciao for now.